Scritto là, guarda.
Dove?
MULATSCHAG.
MULATSCHAG.
Allora, ladies, you're from Milano, right? How is it living there? Is it a cool city to live there?
Yes, it is a nice city, and there are many shows because the most shows are in the north part of Italy, so we are lucky because the scene is very active, and for this reason we can consider us very lucky to be born in that area.
And the city in general, what do you like there? Are there any places where you say you have to be there?
I come from the Lake of Como. I don't know if you know it. It's a very special place. You can go there on holidays and you can take the sun. You can have a bath in the lake, and it's cool. It's cool. It's a little bit small. My hometown is quite small, but it's very cool to be there.
Yes, and in Milan there are very cool places to see, like of course the Duomo, which is known in all the world, but there are also many other nice places like Navigli, where you can have like drinks and aperitivi, and it's a very cool area.
Well, tell us a bit about how you got into rock music. When did that start? Did you have any parents or brothers, sisters?
My mom, she used to listen to metal, so since I was born I was of course listening to the same music, and when I was very young she used to take me to festivals, especially in Germany like Wacken, Summer Breeze, and then I brought her to NOVAROCK for the first time.
And my parents made me know Deep Purple, Pink Floyd, Queen, but then I went beyond, so I started to listen to heavier music, and yes, I think my parents did a good job in this case.
And in my family, everyone is a musician, but they play, for example, jazz and funk. So I was, oh, Dad, I love metal. Oh, okay, that's okay. So you play what they told me. You can play what you want to play is not a problem. But everyone is a jazz player, funk jazz player and stuff. So I'm a little bit different, but it's cool. They support me and my band a lot, so it's cool.
How did you pick your instruments? Was it like a decision? All right, I play bass. All right, I play guitar.
Let's answer.
Sorry, can you repeat it because I didn't hear you? What did you say? Because
how did you pick your instruments? Was it like, okay, we start a band and I picked the guitar?
so I play drums, and actually I was 4 years old when I chose this instrument, because in my city there were some guys playing just some toms, stuff like this in the street, and you know, from that day I started to play everything in the, at my place. So then my father started to think that it was good for me to have real drums, because I was playing everywhere, in the table, you know, this kind of stuff.
With pots in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly, especially there. Yeah, it was a good place.
Yes, I've chosen bass because when I was at school, I had a very cool music teacher that was not like giving us boring instruments. So he was also giving us guitars, drums and bass, and I really like the sound of the bass. So that's why I choose that instrument.
How do you like Lemmy's playing? Have you watched him play?
Yes, of course, yes. And I prefer playing with fingers instead of pick. I prefer.
Cool. How about you?
My story is quite funny because when I was a child, I was totally in love with Freddie Mercury, and probably I couldn't imagine that it was homosexual, but anyway, I was totally in love with him and I wanted to be like him. Also, I wanted to be him. I wanted to be Freddie Mercury. So I told my parents, oh my God, I want to sing. I want to be a great singer like Freddie Mercury. And they told me, yeah, but if you want to sing, you have to learn an instrument before. And I say, okay, let's start guitar. And then I am a guitarist, but with a very singer attitude because I'm very open and very joyful when I play, so it's a nice mix.
It's wonderful. And then, are there some guitarists where you say, wow, I gotta watch him play, I gotta learn from him or from her?
Yeah, I think one of my best inspiration is my guitar teacher, whose name is Gianluca Ferro, and he's a wonderful shredder and he does something really unbelievable. But I mainly love bass players. My idols are bass players like Peter Steele from Type O Negative and Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. I think they were wonderful writers also and composers, so I love them for this reason.
Well, speaking of writing, how do you write together?
Well, sometimes we write all together. Maybe a song could be written by 3 of us or maybe 2 of us, and there are also songs that just one of us has written. So maybe one day one of us is inspired and then she writes the whole lyrics. Yeah. But we used to collaborate a lot, also in lyrics writing.
Your band name suggests that you're into poetry. We were speaking earlier. Could you recite a bit in Italian?
Okay.
Just take the mic.
Oh, thank you. I'm really excited.
Just recite it
Okay.
to the camera.
Then in Italian. Ei fu, siccome immobile, dato il mortal sospiro, stette la spoglia immemore, orba di tanto spiro. Così percossa, attonita, la terra al nunzio sta, muta pensando all'ultima ora dell'uomo fatale, né sa una simile orma, quando una simile orma di pie mortale la sua cruenta polvere a calpestar verrà. This is very sad because it's a poem written by Alessandro Manzoni for the death of Napoleon, and it's very, very sad, but thank you very much.
So what's stuff that you're reading? I mean, speaking of poetry, what are your favorite writers?
Well, it's not poetry, but I really love this writer who's called Patrick Suskind. He's a Swedish writer, and there is also a movie taken from one of his books, which is called, in Italian, is Il Profumo, the story of a killer, and it's a very nice story. And right now I only have him on my mind, to be honest. So, who's your favorite writer?
My favorite is Carol, because I'm in love with everything.
Novels. Okay.
And yes, I prefer novels.
And poetry.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm really into sci-fi literature, and I really love Philip Dick. And there are a lot of movies that are taken from his books. And I like Blade Runner, you know, it's very famous. And it's taken from a book that's called Do Androids Dream of Electric Ships. It's very cool.
Excellent.
Maybe she wants.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
So actually, we're talking about more poetry, okay? But in the last period, I was just more reading about Indian philosophy, so a lot of stuff about it. So at the moment, I don't remember any specific name of some poetry, but in the last period, I'm reading a lot about philosophy in India and stuff like this. Yeah. So.
One other thing, you're an all-girl band. How hard is it for you in a way? I mean, Italy is known to be very masculine and all that. How do you deal with that? You know, to be a rock band, you know, just take us serious. We're a rock band. We're not just nice-looking girls.
For us, first the point is, I think that every one of us is a beautiful girl. So the first thing we have to show that we are not only this, but that we can also fucking rock on the stage. So later you can also see that. So this is the first thing for us, that we have really to show something more. So I mean, people has to believe in us, not only waiting for what they're seeing. So yeah, it's not so simple, but we are here for this reason. So.
Even if I have to say that, even if maybe it could be unbelievable, but in Italy we also have very lovely fans, male fans, that support us. So it's okay. It's maybe Italy is known for being very masculine, but it's not 100% true, because there are also nice guys, nice fans who are coming to see.
So you have like.
Half and half, maybe.
So you have like also female fans that would say,
Yes,
wow,
maybe
great,
they
you
are
encourage myself, you know?
Yes, maybe they are not as much as guys, but they exist.
And I think a female fan is much more good for us, because you can feel the same thoughts, you know? It's beautiful, because women tend to make war.
Yes, or to be envious or jealous, but when a girl supports you as a girl, that's very cool. Yes.
Let's take a look into the future. You're all young ladies. What are your plans? How long? Let's say, I mean, you talk about that. You know, at one point in time, one in the band or the other might start a family, gets pregnant. Do you talk about that?
Yes, we talk about that, but the thing is that none of us is interested in being a mom right now, or probably.
Look at my face.
Or probably for the next years.
No.
Not right now.
Not right now.
But the day might come. But
Yes,
you.
but hopefully not in the close future.
MULATSCHAG.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, we are KILLIN Baudelaire.
And you're watching MULATSCHAG, the only TV you need.